later. Okay, it says we're streaming. Give it like 5 or 10 seconds. Then I'll move around a little bit and see if you can see anything happening. Are you guys looking at the stream now?
Yeah.
Mine's buffering.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll figure itself out.
I'm just moving my head back and forth. At least you can see some movement.
Up. Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Is it okay?
I'm seeing movement.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
I'm seeing movement.
All right, so let's pick up from there. Let me go back to my screen here. I got to kind of I got to watch both screens too. That's a kind of a frustrating thing because the player view is the one I'm streaming, but I've got the GM view on another tab. So let me go to my screen so I can actually do stuff. There we go.
Welcome to the joys of streaming.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle.
Do you have fun in games?
And we got everything you want.
But only people know my name.
Is it a jungle that we play?
There we go.
Hey, look, the demon's gone.
Here it's people that can find whatever you may need.
Okay, who fell into the pool water?
No.
Is it where I can have anything I want, but I can't have it for free?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So Doc, I think was the one that got pushed into the water last time.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody got a stick? Is there a stick lying around?
Pay you 20 silver if you drink that.
Because I ain't touching him. But I'll examine him with a stick.
Did I get pushed in the water?
So I thought somebody went in the water.
Someone did. They fell in.
I'm pretty sure it was Doc.
All right, I'm gonna go. Look over Doc. I ain't touching him, but I'll poke him with a stick. And it's like, so, anything hurt? You feel like corrupted? Is anything speaking in your head other than in yourself? How many fingers am I holding up?
I'm good.
And he feels good. He just stinks. All right. Remember, put the offering in the bucket.
Okay, so that just happened, and once they kind of disappeared, everything is just quiet, and your spirit warrior returns to you. And what do you guys want to do from here?
I'm going to give Coulter basically a once over to make sure the demon didn't do anything weird with him. Make sure he's still intact.
Okay.
Spiritually.
You could just make a quick sorcery check if you want to just see if there's anything magically suspicious with him.
Sorcery. Right. Ooh, 5.
Nice. Yeah, he seems
legendary.
He seems pretty fine. So it doesn't seem that the beast did anything to him. It was just holding on to him, so he didn't affect him in any way.
Good. Do we still feel the presence of that demon still within this temple, bringing down the positive vibes of this place?
Give me another sorcery check.
I don't know why I expect anything different.
You would notice that that sort of almost stench of darkness that was in the temple before is now gone. So it's safe to assume that creature didn't just like teleport somewhere else in the area. It might have actually left this plane of existence.
Whoever or whatever that thing was, it seems its business here was done.
Oh, and so while you guys are sort of collecting your thoughts and getting all that together, who are my light people? We got Doc worships the goddess of light. We got Carl worships a god of light. Is that there was?
Doc is the barbarian of light,
right?
I think that's it.
So you two are the main ones, right?
I am a spirit. I'm a spiritual guy, so
kind of tangentially
Death realm
connected.
and all
Yeah, you'd be picking up on that too. So the three of you are getting this sort of sensation kind of washing over you. It's kind of almost feels like it's a beckoning. This like it's almost like the temple itself is crying out to you for help.
That's fine, but it got to know that I charge a fee. Guys, do you feel that?
It's like the actual essence of light itself. Like it's almost like a semi-sentient energy. It's like it's trying to communicate with you somehow, and it's giving you this sense that it needs you here. It's like it wants your help. You're getting the strong urge, the strong desire, this sense of this temple wants your. It's almost like it's alive.
I'll investigate.
I'll try to communicate with the temple.
Attempts communications with temple.
Attempts communication with the temple.
I see no way in which this can go wrong.
That is a 1.
Okay.
I commune.
I commune with the temple. Hey, if you're gonna pull us somewhere, at least show us where we're going. Don't be all this, oh, help me stuff. Nah, send us a C-3PO or something. You know, where we going?
Doc,
Fucking
what were you investigating?
I was just looking around.
You don't see anything unusual. Like I said, that pool is pretty sketch. You guys you kind of knew that before in the last session to basically stay away from that area. But there's nothing really of notable in this room other than that pool. And then Carl, as you are attempting to communicate, that what you're getting is a sense of it wants you to go deeper. You're getting this sense of it wants you to go deeper into the temple.
Phrasing.
Hey, guys, the temple's trying to eat us. It wants us to go deeper into it. Take that as you will. Get your jokes out now, but apparently it's not going to stop pulling us towards its goal until we help it. And it seems like an okay temple. I mean, it hasn't tried to hurt us except for the pool water. You'll have to watch out for parasites after that, but that's not my problem. So, which way is this temple pulling? We going north, south, or west?
So you guys have explored just kind of the outer edges of this ruins. So there's more. Yeah, there's more ruins to the east as you go into the actual mountain. Part of this is outside of the mountain, and part of it was built into the mountain.
All right, everybody who uses ranged weapons, get near the back. I'll be in the back. Whoever can take a punch, get in the front. Let's get moving. Got all day here, and I do not see a good place to use the bathroom. So let's go.
I don't like being played for games by a temple, no less, but...
I mean, look, on the bright side, if it is playing you for games, you can desecrate it before you leave.
No, I wouldn't go
I smack him on the back of his head for saying that.
I won't...
Look, this ain't my temple, come on.
A bunch of rocks, come off it.
All right, so who's going first? So you guys are heading down this way?
Yep.
Well, since I'm the tank of the group, I should go first.
Meat shields first.
All right.
I'll basically look over to Kelter and telepathically tell him to be on the lookout for any other demons, even though the main one left doesn't mean that, the shadows aren't being occupied as we speak.
Hey,
Right?
also, look out for giant spiders or something. This is an old rundown temple. There could be really big bugs in here.
All right, so
Or
Doc,
rodents,
you're going in first, right?
Yeah.
Me and Kelter will be trying to... Well, basically, we'll be following after Doc, but we'll be, stealthy about it, try to keep out of sight.
Okay, perfect. As you guys go in, as you go through that little passageway, like I said, you could see that this was probably a pretty fancy structure in its prime. Now it's pretty much destroyed, and there's some rubble to the south. It looks like there was a makeshift room that you were kind of in. There's some tattered carpeting on the floor. There's some old furniture that's in bad shape, and then this room spills out and opens up further. As you guys explore into the room, I'm gonna let you guys just kind of move around. I'm gonna try to keep the map that people can see kind of centered on you guys a little bit as you move into the room.
Furniture was always kind of tacky.
Let's take a look at what we got in here. If you see any, can I look around for any kind of coins or any kind of shiny objects? Get my magpie on while I'm doing this.
Absolutely. Just give me an investigation check.
I believe Carl's investigation is good because he likes money. Let me look at some Carl. Where did I put my character sheet? It was in here somewhere.
Let me look at some Carl. Fucking hell.
Let me look at some Carl real fast. I think it was in our conversation. Oh yeah, it is in our conversation. There's a pinned message. Let me take a peek at this. Jump. What's my
investigation?
My investigation is fair. So let's take a peek. That is a 3, my dude.
Nice. So as you're kind of examining everything, you're looking at this it looks like an old table that's just kind of busted up. It didn't look like much at first, but as you sort of were tugging on the drawer actually fell apart and revealed a false bottom. And in the false bottom of the drawer was a small bag of rubies, of small uncut rubies.
Well, now the temple has paid me. I gotta help it. I'm gonna put that in my stuff. Well, now I got my payment, guys. We gotta help the temple now.
We'll call it a mediocre amount of ruby, a bag of rubies.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I've been on a Dagoth AI voice meme brain rot. So when I heard false bottom, yes. I keep thinking of false copy of Sunder.
Oh, no. So otherwise, there's not much else in the room. Let me move you back here for a second. As you guys are sort of exploring the room, who's the closest? I think it was Eldris. Eldris, you see a body laying on the ground in a kind of a crumpled heap. Down here at the bottom of this room here.
I'll sneak over to it and try to see if I can see if anything seems off about it.
It appears to be a person, and they appear to be either unconscious or dead. You're not seeing a lot of movement. You probably have to really check them out to see if they're still breathing.
I'll have Kelter to see if he can see if there's still spiritual energy about him, see if he passed on or not.
Kelter looks at the figure, looks at you, and basically just says he lives.
I'll nod at that before looking over to Carl. I say, Are you not a man? Are you not a man of the cloth? We seem to have a live one here, though I'm not sure for how long.
Carl is gonna saunter over. He only I hope this guy got health care. It's customary to check his pockets for just check the pockets. Oh, there's some gold. All right, let's heal this guy. All
right. Good enough health care for me.
Good enough for me. That's 3 gold pieces. Let's heal this guy up. All right, so that's a sorcery. Let's do a gather first.
If you want, you can just do. If anyone has herbalism, you can attempt to sort of just kind of bring him to. With that,
I got fair.
Did I hear herbalism?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got a pot maker.
I got herbalism.
All right, so that's just a 0 on some herbalism.
I can make a fair amount of crack. I mean, potions.
So you got a fair. That's good enough to stabilize the person, and they start to slowly come to. So at this point in the right now, Aethmer, as you're coming to, you're surrounded by a bunch of strangers, and you have no memory of how you got to this room or where you are or anything that's happened. The last thing you remember is you were with a bunch of people that were traveling from city to city, and somebody saw the ruins, and you guys went to go take a closer look, and that's the last thing you remember.
Hey, wait, where's Fred? Where's my sword? And which one of you fuckers took my money?
I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, I'm Carl. Everybody knows me, so just check your memory. It'll come back to you. We got 2 shooter guys. We got 2 muscle heads. And there's a sentient temple that's calling out to us for help. So, welcome to the group. There's a big demon. It attacked us with lots of little minions. I wasn't about that life. But
Green?
you can't
Big? Green? Like 50 times the size of a bread box, right?
It threw somebody in the poo water. Does that help?
The poo water.
Yeah, there's a thing up here. I guess your compatriots use it as a bathroom. Although, from the looks of you, we found you on the ground here, kind of desiccated. I'm going to go kick one of the rocks. I'd imagine the rest of your group are under these rocks, you know, the ones right here. So they're already buried. But it was so nice of you to pay for their burials. All right, let's keep looking, guys.
To do what?
I think we should back up a little bit. You don't seem to be in the know what's happening here, but do you happen to know of anything about demon activity in this temple?
Well, I suppose it would explain how I ended up on my ass. What date is it, by the way?
I will tell him the date.
That's a good question. DM, do we have a way of knowing what day it is?
Sure. And so basically, it's been less than 24 hours that
Since
the Aethmer got there just maybe a day before you guys did.
well, I've only been out for a day, so not much could have happened.
Make a
Should be
knowledge check.
fine.
Too bad. It's too bad. I'm a dum-dum.
I actually have a stat. Crap.
You got fair though, right? So
Yeah, that's fair.
You have a vague feeling, like you don't have a memory, but you have a vague feeling of some like darkness that overtook you and like basically tried to consume your soul. That was the feeling you got, and then everything went dark.
Well, there's definitely some demons around here. Just can't place them more than, well, trying to steal my soul. Not like it's worth much. You can get maybe a McFlurry for it.
What's a McFury?
I'm looking over the coins. No, I could probably get about 2 meals at the tavern for it. All right, let's get out of here. It's kind of musty.
Okay, is anybody else doing anything in this room, or are you guys moving on?
Moving on.
I'm just looking around. I'll do another investigation just to see if I can find anything.
What sort of directions does it seem like we can go through from this room?
Hey guys, there's stairs down here.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
you guys are kind of spreading out, so I'll kind of describe where everyone's at. So where Carl's at, there's a small set of stairs that goes down into a room, and Doc, where you are, there's a little bit of water built up on the floor there, a lot of rubble. Doesn't seem to really go anywhere. It looks like where you're at just kind of dead ends in this area here, if you guys both kind of come down this way.
Oh, that's no help.
I'm going to have me and Coulter investigate more this area up here.
In the middle part? Okay.
Hey, Archer guy that we picked up. What's your name?
You had to ask me a question right as I was eating. Fair enough.
Perfect time.
Hold on. I need to make a knowledge check to figure out what my name is.
Oh, that's fine. See, the funny thing is I have a special...
Aethmer?
Aethmer?
Yeah, Aethmer. That sounds about right.
I remember you. You stopped by the temple before you left. It'll come back to you. Anyways,
Did I now?
Right. Well, see, my character has this special talent where everybody knows Carl. It's come back to bite me more than once. Anyway, so maybe if you walk down here, it'll jar your memory. See what's going on, because this seems like it might be a good way to go.
So,
Yeah,
so you
I
guys
wouldn't drink that
search that
water.
area. It doesn't really look familiar to you guys, and you can see it just kind of wraps around, and it's all just kind of a dead end where you guys are at. Duskquill, you're looking to the north there, and you can see that it opens up into another large room area. There's some rubble in the center, but it does look like it continues on in that direction. Where you guys are, where Doc and Aethmer and Carl are, that seems to be kind of a dead end there.
I'm going to ask Kelter to scout ahead as I kind of like go back to the old room and just say, hey, this path up here leads to a corridor. I think this will lead deeper into the temple.
Right before he does that, I'm going to do an investigation to look for any kind of like runes or drawings or any kind of like idea of what this temple was used for before it got sacked.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, go ahead and get. What'd you get for? Did you already check?
Yep, that's a 1.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you got a good result. So actually, you do notice there's a piece. It looks like it used to be some kind of a basin or something right over in this area, and all around the edges of it, there are a lot of writing. It takes a little bit for you to kind of parse it out because the thing is partially destroyed, but it does definitely refer to. There's a lot of references to light and the power of light overcoming darkness. So whatever this temple was, it was related. That's that energy that you were feeling, that positive void energy. It seems to match up with all the inscriptions that are on this basin. That whoever was in this temple before, that they worshipped some kind of a god or goddess of light, and that their purpose was to blot out the darkness.
So they're hippies.
Yeah, as I look at this, I'm gonna be like, yeah, yada yada, light better than dark. Old verse, same as the first. All right, guys. If anybody wants to hear what this temple was used for, I'll give you 2 guesses.
Sacrifices to an old god.
You're kind of half right. Light better than darkness. This temple seemed to be devoted to people that completely wanted to eradicate darkness, not just like, we're gonna do this or that. So, maybe some gung-ho types, the warriors of light.
Zealots.
Zealots.
Boring prick.
Yeah, maybe. They pay well, though.
So
If you say so.
just after Carl sort of gets you guys up to speed on that, your spirit returns. What was his name again?
Kelter.
Kelter. I should make a thing for Kelter. Give me 1 second.
Kalter.
Kelter?
And some swelter.
Kalter.
Ter.
There we go. And that's controlled by Eldris. Controlled by Eldris.
Are you seriously singing Miss American Pie right now?
Well, someone fucking
Kelter.
come off
Someone
it.
referenced it.
And then I just
It
gotta
was
go
close
control.
enough.
Yeah, too.
There we
There's-
go.
I haven't heard that song forever.
Welter,
Kelter.
I heard it earlier this morning, oddly enough.
There
Was
we
it on the
go.
radio or something?
Who the
Elders,
fuck do you think I am that listens to the radio?
Eldris,
I
you
don't
should
know,
have
how often
control
do you
of him
drive?
now.
Nah.
Oh, I can. Oh, hey, I can control him. Nice.
Okay, so Kelter returns to you and said there's a corridor that leads to a large ornate door, and then it's just a dead end after that.
Sounds like we found what the demon was after.
So I'm confused. Demons, they can walk through things, right?
Depends on the demon.
Depends on the demon.
Cons-
Yeah. I mean, not
Considering
normally. Unless they
considering
have
their
some kind of a
shadow.
shape-shifting ability or something. But yeah, the fact that there's shadow, they may have that ability.
So
It would imply. I mean, I could do some shadow manipulation. I can phase through solid objects.
All right, so if they were, you just said that they were probably looking for the door. Who knows? They could just, walk through the door. It could be trapped.
That's what I would be thinking. Does anyone here have the ability to be able to detect or undo traps?
I mean, I could give you maybe work up.
I know to look for the Adam's
Actually-
apple, but past that,
I know how
Actually-
to disarm traps.
Actually, good question. What would be trap-related things?
Typically,
Mechanic.
thieving is the skill that you would use for that.
I got +2 thieving. Let's go.
I know how to disarm traps. Picks up a rock and throws it at it. Ugh.
here I know how to disarm a trap. It's done. You go first.
Yep.
Well,
It's like in D&D when you cast command on the party member, run, and see him run down the hallway.
So I
got
just
the
wanna-
traps, guys.
I just want to check
I
in.
know how to disarm a teammate into it.
Arker and Voln, you guys have been quiet for a little bit. Is there anything you guys wanted to do while they were searching the areas and doing stuff?
I guess I would be keeping
I'll do another
an
investigation.
eye out.
Oh, they're muted.
Okay.
Keeping a fucking eye out. You got her.
Yeah, I wrong. So right now I'm just
Mm.
so what I will awareness or investigation for like keeping an eye out for anything out of
So
the
generally speaking, awareness is more of a passive skill. Like usually, I'll like make awareness checks if there's a potential ambush or something, because that's something that you just kind of spot or notice out of the ordinary. Where investigation is more of an active skill, where you're actively trying to uncover some information or find something.
Alright.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, there is nothing in the area. You don't notice a whole lot of any signs of anybody really being through here anytime recently or anything like that. But it does seem very quiet, and you do have the feeling that you guys are the only ones in this temple right now.
That's good, right?
Not for me.
Yeah, right. He was with friends. So where are you guys headed now?
But let's go look at that door and see if it's bad news or not.
I'm
That's
gonna
up this
have
way.
I'm gonna have Kelter lead us to the door he was talking about.
All right, so he leads you up here to the hall, and then basically this hallway just kind of twists around as you follow.
I'm gonna be like, whoa, hold up a second. He's a spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means he doesn't weigh anything. Check the floor. He won't set off trip traps like that. If there's something on the floor, he weighs nothing. He won't trip them. So keep an eye out.
He still has physicality. He will still be able to trip some of those traps unless he decides to start phasing through objects.
Yeah, it's kind of an at will thing, but his normal default mode is that he's corporeal.
Okay, cool. I was just checking. It's like if there are pressure plates, he's a spirit. He's not going to set them off.
Right. Okay. Is
In
everybody
theory.
else following up here, or are you guys staying behind? I see Voln and Aethmer are still in the other chamber.
I took a few moments to adjust myself and then set back off to go join them.
No worries. And then he leads you down to the door, which is right down here.
Oh, look, a room.
I don't think we see the room quite yet. I think we still got to deal with the door,
Oh,
unless
look, a door.
unless the room leads to the door.
Oh, sorry, I had to move that. No, it's the door is it's an ornate door, and it's kind of half bashed in. It looks like it was like basically forced open, with some kind of almost like blown inward.
Or like a big demon punched it.
Baby. And then there's just basically a large room. There are a bunch of chests and crates and things in this room, and then at the opposite end of the room, there's a large kind of statue. It looks like of some kind of a god like floating on a cloud, kind of a thing. And then there's like these sort of. It looks like you would recognize it as sort of meant to be like rays of light coming from the being's head. And let me get my rest of my notes because I think I have a little bit of a description here.
Are we able to walk through the horde that's been blasted in through the door?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I do an investigations or a thieving check to see if there's any traps to this door first?
So either one can work. I usually give a little bit of advantage if you're using thieving because that's kind of their wheelhouse is breaking and entering and finding, removing traps and all that kind of stuff.
I have a +2 in either, so if we get advantage with thieving, I'll do thieving.
Okay, perfect. So you're just checking the whole area before you go in the room?
Yes, before we cross the threshold, I make sure that the demons didn't leave a nasty surprise for us.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and make your check.
There's just a burning sack inside the room. Oh, man.
It doth be a great, like good GM.
You definitely get the sense that there's nothing unusual or anything in the room that's going to cause you any harm.
It's just going to be stinky.
Yeah, let's just.
It seems safe. I'm guessing the demon decided that it wasn't worthwhile to cover up any tracks. Whatever they came here for, they must have gotten already.
Must have.
Well, after you guys.
Eldris, with his assessment, decides to be the one that has the responsibility to go through first.
Okay. Yeah, so as you enter the room, like I say, you see a lot of boxes and crates that kind of littering the room, and then you see that relief. It's like a statue, like a three-dimensional looking statue, but it's on the wall, kind of coming out of the god, and it looks like I said, it's a being on a cloud, like on above clouds, and then it's got like lines going emanating from its head, which usually is like a symbol of like a light type thing, so that it lines up with the earlier things that Carl found with the writings and some of the markings that you guys have found in the temple.
As a man of cloth, I'm going to see if I'm aware of this deity. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would say that you definitely would know this. It's an old god, so it's like something you've maybe studied before and heard of, but you're not that familiar with the details. But the picture, and as you're looking at the thing on the wall, it starts kind of ringing some bells, and you get that sense that I think this is Dedu. And Dedu is a god of light and light energy.
Hey guys, this is the god of Dudu. I mean Dedu.
Dudu.
It's a light deity. One of them, they're shiny folks, like, but it's an old god. So you about the sacrifices, you're kind of halfway there.
If only we had like an organization in the same kind of like universe that specialized in old and forgotten gods or something.
Yeah, maybe we can make that when we get back to the temple. But for now, if this god is able to reach out to us and it's an old god, that means it still has enough power after being semi-forgotten for all these years in order to influence us mortals. So, there could be some real terror here if it's calling for help.
Mayhaps
how I feel about that.
Mayhaps that is what the demons were after, for whatever reason they have.
Well, here's the thing that's got me all confused about all this, guys. Is the demon literally punched a spirit, disappeared into shadows? I'm pretty sure they can get to anywhere that's not warded that they want to. And they'll be the first ones to get there. What we're looking for is probably hidden, because I doubt this deity has enough power to stop the demons from getting anywhere in this temple.
And while you guys are all discussing this, Carl and Eldris and Doc, you get this sudden burst of like a sense of warmth and light kind of wash over your body, and it feels like it's coming from that relief statue on the wall.
I go touch it and look and examine it.
No one
Is it
ever seen
male
him.
or female god? Eldritch.
I am not rolling well tonight.
Apparently, it does not like to be touched. Personal space.
I believe it might be best to let the priest handle the god business.
All right, I'm gonna try to commune with Dudu. I mean, they do.
Give me 1 second here.
What is a commune? That's a sorcery, right?
Yeah, if you're trying to just basically communicate with an entity, it would be sense communicate entity. Let me pull up my thing here, and we can walk through the difficulty. Where's my GM screen? There it is.
Oh man, I hope. All right, nobody get behind me, because if it's too much stress, you don't want to be behind me.
So sense communicate entity has a modifier of +1. If you want to be able to talk to it for like a conversation, it's normally would be a fair magnitude. But it's gonna be good. That's if you do it as a ritual. If you do it as a spell, obviously it's gonna be +1 higher. But it's a good magnitude to do a commune ritual.
All right, I'm gonna do it as a ritual, a good commune ritual, and this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be like, all right, everybody, I need you to come into the room. I need you kind of like make a circle or a half circle, around this place. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out 3 coins and set them in a triangle for the 3 marks of hollow, which is my deity, around me, and I'm gonna try to commune.
Are there not any other materials you're going to need for the ritual?
The materials I have are on me, and I pat a small pouch, and I'm gonna take out the quote unquote the holy water and take a swig of it. Let me whistle when I talk to a deity.
Hey, I have some of that.
That's a 2.
Nice. That was your gather check. Okay, so no problem there. And then go ahead and make your sorcery check to commune with the god.
That is with my modifier. Let me see. Hold on a second. You can see my character, right?
I could pull it up. Where are you, Carl the cleric? It just takes a second. There we go. Your sorcery is great.
That's a 3.
That's awesome. Okay, so as you begin to attempt to communicate with this relief that's on the wall, all of you can see that it almost starts to look like it's breathing, and then it starts to almost look. It almost looks like it's coming alive as it starts to. It almost you get the sense that it's waking up, sort of.
It's a demon door.
As it's doing that, you start to see a light start to appear in like this weird pattern on the chest of the statue, right?
Oh, God, it's a rave.
As it starts to, as the markings start to grow and spread throughout the chest, you can tell that it's writing. That is sort of materializing, and the letters are glowing as it's sort of manifesting itself on this statue. And what it says, "I am the sun's child, born of its light. I banish the darkness with all of my might. I shine brightest when the night is near, and with my power I can conquer fear. What am I?"
Can we have that down in writing, please?
I'm going to write it down. I'm going to take out a piece of chalk and I'm going to write it down on the floor
before it disappears.
Yep, I'm going to write it there.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the
greatest
Roll20 chat.
I hope this is a male statue. It'd be easier to read. Ah, dang it! It's in the crease. Where's that number? There it is. I'm going to write it down. All right, I'm going to write this. So I am the sun's child, born of its light. I banish the darkness with all my might. I shine brightest when the night is near, and with my power I can conquer fear. What am I? I mean, is that the dawn?
Dusk.
Yeah, it could be dusk, but it's supposed to be something bright. It could be dusk light. It could be something more metaphorical, like hope. You know, hope is born of light.
As soon as Carl says the word hope, the light starts to grow in intensity to the point that you have to shield your eyes from it, from the letters, and then the entire statue starts to glow. Like I said, you can't even look at it. And as the light starts to dim finally, and your eyes start to adjust, the statue is gone, and there is a room. It looks like it goes in. There's like an indentation into behind where the statue was, and there is it looks like a flight of stairs that goes down.
And this is why you bring Carl.
Good job.
Well, we bring Carl because we can't seem to get rid of you.
Good guess.
That's why
priest.
everybody knows me. You can't get rid of me like that itch. Anyways, let's go.
No.
Hey, you were on the floor for like a day. Have you seen the size of the crickets around here, guy? You want to check your briefs.
All right, so I gotta grab everybody and get you moved to the next map as you descend down the stairs. So let me go ahead and grab everybody here.
I like our archer in the back ard gear. It makes me safe.
Feel safe?
Yeah, because I don't have to worry about getting shot in the back.
Nobody
Air
moved for a
gear,
second.
the fucking great bowman.
Yeah.
You mean
The one that wields a...
Well, I
The
think he's
fucking-
only okay, but whatever.
The fucking walking artillery.
It's a pretty narrow staircase, so I just kind of need to know what order you guys are going down into it.
I mean,
I'll be in the back.
I solved the puzzle inadvertently, so I'll go third.
I go first.
All right, we got Doc going
There.
first.
I'm
Who's behind
here.
Doc?
Oh,
Eldris would go second, and Kelter can hang out in the back to keep the bowman protected.
You mean
Alright.
Artigear, the G-Man?
And then Carl was going third. And then we've got Artiger, Voln, and Aethmer.
Yep. Right.
Hey, can I borrow a bow from one of his? Or am I stuck with the sling?
I think he's hey, if we find a long stick, you
Yeah,
can put the
sling.
sling around it and thunk, thunk.
Okay, so you're standing at the top of the staircase. You see, like I said, it goes down pretty far to the point where you don't see the bottom of the steps from your light, from your torches. And you said Doc was going first?
Yes.
All right. So I got Doc. Who's second? Voln is Voln second?
Eldris.
Oh, Eldris is second. There we go. I grabbed the wrong token. There we go. Then Carl, then Voln, then Aethmer, then I got Artger, and then I've got Kelter bringing up the rear. Does that sound about right?
That's about right.
All right, excellent. Okay, so Doc, you're leading the way. Do you have a light source on your guy?
I believe everyone has their torches. Meanwhile, Eldris should. I think he still has his night vision on.
I'm gonna save my torches just in case theirs go out by some shenanigans.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So what do you guys do? You're staring. Like I said, you're lined up, and you can see down into the stairwell, but the stairs go beyond your torchlight.
I mean, let's see here. Let's just keep walking, guys. The good news is we had to solve a light puzzle to get past here, so most likely the demons wouldn't have been able to get down this way, so it shouldn't be trapped.
So the demons don't have a good vocabulary. Noted.
So as you guys are starting to walk down the stairs, I need for Doc and Eldris and Carl to give me an agility check.
Ah, crap.
Agility? That's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, man. Carl's a fat
I-
lard. He ain't gonna do that good.
yeah.
That's I got a -1 because I have a -1 modifier on agility.
Hi.
I rolled a -1.
But we're all gonna bite it. Hopefully, I
You said
Yeah, I mean,
agility?
Yep. Somebody fat, get in my way.
For some reason,
said
I don't think there's anyone here bigger than you.
I'm not getting the map
And that-
to load on the player view. For some reason,
And that's with a +1 agility.
See, that's
oh, because I
That's
know why. Okay, that's why. There we go.
Hey, because I got high. Because I got high.
I got to kind of stack your tokens
Oh
up
shit,
because
we getting high?
you're taking
Bet.
up a lot of. You're in a very tight space because it's a short corridor. I'm trying
I'm
to get you
surprised
all
I can fit.
on the map here, and then it's just going to be kind of chaos. But what happens is, what had happened was, so as you guys start making your way down the steps, I got, let's see, Eldris got a mediocre, Carl got a fair, and
I
Doc.
got a mediocre. I got a -1.
Oh, -1. Okay, mediocre. 2 mediocres and 3 mediocres. Everybody got mediocre?
Yeah.
All right.
I
We all got
Actually,
mediocre.
I have a +1 in agility. It just didn't show up in my roll.
So as you guys started heading down the stairs suddenly shift and flatten, to basically turning into a ramp, causing you guys to stumble forward. And then, as that has happened, as the stairs flatten, you see as you start falling forward, you notice a big pit opens up at the bottom of the stairs, and it looks like everybody got a mediocre. So that means everybody fell in the hole. Fortunately, nobody hit a spike. The entire bottom of the pit is spiked. There are just literally probably at least a dozen skeletons down here, from previous encounters with this area. It dropped about 10 feet. So you guys took a little bit of a damage, and nothing that you have to mark on your sheet. It's just because you kind of took a bad spill, but you didn't take any actual real injuries because you didn't hit any spikes. But you guys are now in a 10-foot hole, and everyone else got their feet. And it's still a ramp, but since there was only a few people on it when it happened, you guys can kind of carefully navigate your way down, and you don't have to worry about falling.
Well, how are we going to get out of this hole?
Anyone got any rope?
Does it seem like there is a passageway out this hole?
It's just a big 10-foot deep by roughly 10-foot hole, with like 2 to 3 foot spikes sticking up about every couple feet. Like I said, you guys all got lucky. If anyone would roll a poor, it would have hit a spike. But mediocre was just a normal failure. So,
I'll try climbing out.
So if I were to use a ritual to give everyone in the hole like a sort of like shadow step ability, sort of traverse the shadows like up the wall and onto the floor.
Hold on a second. I got an idea, brother. Before you exert yourself, what are the spikes made out of? Are they wooden spikes? Spears?
That's what I was thinking too. God damn it!
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so I'm gonna just like break off the spears, stick them in the wall, and make a ladder basically, and climb out.
Would it be long enough in order to pull that off?
I'm going to say it was kind of an interesting approach. I'm going to go, yeah, sure, why not?
All right, so I'm gonna just break off the spikes, stick them in the wall, and just climb out once there's enough of them. If I need a boost, somebody else, I'll give them a boost. I'm kind of fat.
For some reason, can you? Oh, you guys can't see yet, can you?
No, we can't.
Nope.
I forgot to move the map. Like, where's everybody?
Just chilling in a hole.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, now I should be able to. I thought there was something wrong with my the player view, but it wasn't. It was just that I hadn't moved you guys over to the map yet. My apologies.
Transition.
There we go. Okay, so that's where you guys find yourself, and yeah, you're able, with some finagling, you're able to, it's only, like I said, it's only 10 foot deep, so you guys are able to climb your way out to the other side. The other guys, you probably have to like jump it, or how you guys want to get across.
I'll stand on the other side of the hole with a grip on the wall and just put my hand out. If anybody starts to slip, I'll pull them. Although most of the spikes in the center have been broken off to make the stairs, so if you fall, you'll just hit your butt.
Okay, so what do we need to make for this?
So for you guys that are climbing out, you're fine. You're just out. Then I just need the rest of the group. It's like a 10-foot gap, so it's just going to be a mediocre agility check.
Oh, great.
Doc,
I got my hand there.
you were one in the hole, so you already climbed out. So I just need
Okay.
Ardger, Voln, Aethmer, and Kelter.
One agility coming right up.
Your wish is my command.
Wow.
Oh, hey!
What'd you do? A back somersault when you jumped over?
God.
Oh no!
What the fuck,
Oh,
Kelter?
no.
No.
Oh, wait a minute, Eldris,
What the fuck?
you didn't need to roll because you went in the you were in the hole,
No.
right?
In the hole.
Kelter.
Oh, that was for Kelter.
Yeah,
I
Kelter.
imagine Ardgear just wall runs like Ninja Gaiden across the hole. Just whoop. What the heck did you just do?
He just
Yeah, I'm
does
just
a
like-
whole. He does like a whole fucking Prince of Persia or
Running along the wall.
or Titanfall maneuver over the walls.
Right, full ready.
Because
Stand by.
I was gonna say, because I'm carrying a big ass hell bow, I'm just like, you know what? I don't need to make this interesting.
You can fucking lay down your bow and walk across it.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big bow. So everybody
Hey,
makes it across.
He literally has
Kelter,
a giant composite bow. You should be.
Hey, I
fine.
have some enemies 3 continents over. You want to take a shot at them when we get out? You should be able to hit them from here, I think.
right?
Yeah,
So Kelter
might be able to hit
doesn't
more than
quite
one,
make it and lands awkwardly, kind of slamming into the ground. He doesn't hit any spikes, but he definitely is out of commission right now.
Does he get any bonus because I said I was holding onto the wall with my hand out there to try to catch anyone?
Give me an agility check. If you can
God.
get a fair or better, I'll say that you were able to grab him before he went over.
Well,
That's
he
a
did
fair,
better.
because
He
I
did
have a
better than
-1.
fair.
Nice.
Oh,
So
he's
at the
fair.
very last second, as Kelter is starting to lose his
You froze. Are you still
altitude.
there?
Oh, I froze.
We
Hello?
good?
Are we good?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you, can you
Yep.
hear me?
I can now.
Go,
Okay.
Puffs.
Okay, cool.
Just had a lot going on at one time, I
So
think.
that's just a
I guess.
fair because I have a -1.
You know what?
So you tied it.
So did I catch him?
Yes, you got him.
Uh-oh.
Yep, with a little bit of effort, you can get
Here
him up,
comes
and
storms.
you avoided basically being taken out because that was a -4, a natural abysmal roll. So
You got some storms going on.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
so everybody makes it to the other side of the hole. There we go. I gotta get to the right map so I can actually kind of move. Okay, so you guys see a room to the south, a room to the north. These rooms, this whole area looks like it's been untouched for decades. Layers of dust and everything, but everything is down here in pretty decent shape. It's not all destroyed.
And does it look lived in?
No.
Just have an abundance of natural light. Like, what kind of property value are we looking at here, you know?
It's very dark except for your torches. So as you guys sort of examine, like I said, it looks like this place has been abandoned for a very long time. And you're not really finding a whole lot of value. But you can, if anywhere you want to go, or if you continue, just kind of don't move too far because I like to let people move around, but I also want to keep everybody on the map so everyone can see if they're watching the stream, they can kind of see where everyone's at.
These are corpses up here, yeah?
Is it being Kelter looking up the north room?
Yes, and in that room there are a couple corpses they're on the ground there. In the bottom room, there's just some.
How old?
It's
How old
bones,
are these
like
corpses?
like I said, decades.
Do
Yeah.
they still have their weapons?
There are some weapons. Nothing really major. You see like a short sword and a dagger. That's about it.
I don't have anything, so it'll be good enough for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this room down here.
This looks like it was some kind of a storage room for for coffins and things, dealing with preparing the dead.
Ooh.
Yeah, you wouldn't want your coffins to get up and walk away, would you?
Well, I mean, I'm a man of the cloth. I'm pretty good at stuffing coffins, Plenty of stiffs come by the church. That's a 2 to look around and, find anything of value in these boxes.
Okay. You searched like everything in there. That looks like there was a couple boxes that might have had some grain or some like food storage that was obviously rotted and is nasty now. The coffins lying in the corner looked like they're either being repaired or they were broken and they were going to be fixed, but they're in various states of disrepair. And there's a few clay pots in the corner, but they look like they're empty.
I'm going to take one of the clay pots.
Okay.
You never know when you're going to need some pot.
All right.
I mean,
Smoking. There you Hickok 45.
Look, trust me, I got a plan.
Is it to get high?
Just smile
checking
and
the
nod.
map to make sure everyone can see everybody on the map.
A big ass demon comes through the wall. It's like, oh well, okay. I don't want to die sober.
All right. So, is anybody else wanting? Did you guys are kind of checking out these 3 rooms? Like I said, you found some scattered things, some remains, but nothing really of any value so far.
I imagine that since this was behind a god door, me and Kelter are going to be sort of like sensing if there's any sort of spiritual presence in this new floor that we're on.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a sorcery check.
We both would have a +2 with this. So.
Okay.
Okay, so Eldris has a 2.
All right. Is anybody else checking?
And Kelter would have a 3.
Wow. Okay. So that warm sense of that energy that you're feeling is definitely much stronger down here. It almost has like a pulsating feel to it, and it's pulling you in. Basically, you feel like you're getting closer to its source.
It's like a heart.
Yeah.
We're the blood.
Me and Kelter will sort of like come back to the main hallway, and Eldris will basically address the rest of the group by saying, whatever gods or magical forces is congregating in this temple, we are extremely close. I would dare say we're quite literally being close to the heart of this temple.
Is that a pun? That's my only question. Is that a pun? Did you just make a pun here?
I guess it will be. I guess it will be up to this god Dedu to decide if it's a pun or not. Otherwise,
I pick up a rock and throw it at the back of his head.
I would like to do an agility check to block it.
Well, while they're playing with rocks, I'm gonna walk down this.
Or no, just to dodge it. Just like, yeah.
I'm gonna walk down this way.
All right. You see, it's basically a long hallway that goes south and then turns to the west. And as you look down your torchlight, you can make out a large door right here in the center. A very ornate door, similar to the one that was upstairs, but that was blown open.
Okay, well, if if I know anything about this, then it might be communion time to try to access this door. Do I see any similar markings to the other door?
Yes, they look similar. There are some differences, but the basic design of it and everything looks very similar to the door that was blown open upstairs.
All right, that's a 3 on a gather.
Oh, okay. Hang on, let me get to my notes here. I got that there. Okay. Perfect.
And that's a +2 on a cast.
Okay, so let's see. I got Aethmer right now up in that room up to the in the north. I've got Eldris and Kelter and Voln in the main hallway. I've got Doc and Arger down close to Carl, who's in front of the door. Do I got everybody where they're supposed to be?
Yes,
Yep.
I was gonna have Eldris and Coulter basically investigate the main hallway to see what that was all about.
So here's what I'm doing, Mr. GM. Like I said, the 3 coins are hollow. I'm taking out the coins. One of the coins is what 2 of them are what I'm casting on. And what I'm casting is basically light. So I put one of the coins, and like, you know how you stick a coin on your eye and, you know, hold it in place?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm flicking the other coin underneath the door and basically seeing what that coin sees inside the room.
Okay. So you're basically trying to scry on the other side of the door.
Yes.
Oh,
and that's 2.
Awesome. All right. So basically what you get a glimpse of is a very large chamber, roughly, I don't know. Oh, I can use the little measuring thing. It's roughly about 30 feet wide by about 50 feet long. It has some in the center, at the back end of the room, to the south. There's a little set of stairs that leads to like an altar, it's like a raised platform. There's a large stone sarcophagus in the center, and then just to the south of that is a massive statue of a winged person. The statue, probably the ceiling inside here is a good 20 feet high, and the statue pretty much goes floor to ceiling.
Okay, so as like I'm gathering this information, I got my trusty chalk, and I'm basically drawing a quick sketch of what I'm seeing before it ends, and then take the coin out, put it back in my pocket, and remember to pick it up when I go in the room. I'd be like, hey guys, I got a picture of what's in the room if you want to come see.
Breaking car over here being Indiana Jones.
Hey, look, there's lots of money in these old places. I mean, there's a lot of lore and history in these old places. Okay.
So, Eldris, as you guys are checking out the main corridor, there's a passage that goes to the north. And if you look down that passage, you can see there's a flight of stairs kind of goes up to a landing, and then you see a railing that seems to open up into a lower area. And then in front of you, it looks like the corridor ends in a small room that appears to have a passage that turns to the south.
Do we hear the priest talk about getting everybody together?
He was being pretty loud, so yeah, you'd hear that. You'd hear that echoing through the chamber.
Mm.
Hey,
And
blue skies.
And who's
the blue sky?
Who's this behind me?
Voln's behind you. Yeah.
I'll look over to Voln and say, "Feel free to go check on what the priest wants. Me and my companion will make sure that the coast is clear around in this vicinity."
Indeed.
All right, guys. Anybody who's interested, gather around. I got this picture. I kind of scried on what's on the other side of this door, because this is like the same one that was bashed in up there. There's a central area here, a sarcophagus, and then there's a very large winged figure that's probably Dedu, which means there's probably a holy person of some kind buried here, which if I was a demon, I would want to corrupt a servant of a light god as my, my pawn or minion. So that's probably something of importance that we would want to, investigate. The question is the door locked? I don't know. I haven't given it a push yet, but it might be a puller, who knows? But expect something weird to happen because it's at least 50 feet long. There's plenty of room to get messed up in that room.
You expect something weird to happen. I just woke up in a different place with half my shit gone.
You know what? Welcome to getting drunk on Friday. Get over it. Let's see here. I'm going to give the door the old push.
All right. It does appear to be locked from the inside.
All right, I did my best. Somebody else. Also, if you see a coin on the ground, it's mine.
Doc, as you're wait, hang on a second. Doc, as you're checking out that area down there, you do see the stonework stops, and then it's a dirt like a earthen ground beyond that, and you see some roots and stuff, and it looks like the corridor turns to the north, but it's not. It looks like it might be maybe an unfinished area, like maybe they were kind of working on it and they never finished it.
Well, that ain't good.
Interesting.
And then let me just, since we got a couple different areas, let me just touch base with Eldris and Coulter. Are you guys are just kind of hanging out up there, or are you checking out any specific areas?
I was going to check out the stairs, and Kelter was going to check out the the lower hallway.
Oh, this little room down here.
Yeah.
So the room that Kelter, I'll just move in there. It's basically just a storage room. That was the room that Carl grabbed the pot from, the clay pot. As you go, you like I said, you see the stairs go up, and then there's like a landing. There's a rail. As you look over the railing, you can see several large coffins in the room. In the bottom, there are some scattered corpses that are kind of just laying on the ground, and then into the walls, you see like inset, like where they cut into the wall, and they're like makeshift graves, open graves where you see more corpses lining the walls. And
so
Doc, go ahead.
I was saying, so because the light energy kept basically overfeeding, like overwhelming my senses, I imagine I still don't really see a lot of spiritual energy from these corpses and buried bodies. They're very much still and stagnant, right?
Yeah, there's not. You're not getting any sense of anything there. It like and this whole place looks like it's been untouched, like I said, for decades. So,
well, with nothing special going on, me and Kelter will be making our way back to the group as things seem to be clear here.
Okay, perfect. I'll get him up there so you can see him. Okay, and Doc, you were checking out the area before you went in.
Yes.
As you go to step into the ground, you notice it's way softer than it looks, and you pull your foot back just in time. It definitely seems like the ground is not very solid here.
It
literally just touching your foot to it, it started to sink into and you caught it in time, and like, oh wow, this is like it was like stepping into water, basically.
Okay.
But since you bothered to investigate before you stepped into it, I gave you the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Well, I did roll. I did say I wanted to investigate. Yeah. I guess you didn't hear me.
No, I heard it. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure I resolved it so that you didn't accidentally walk into it. All right, so I'll bring Kelter down here for you. All right, so then right now, everybody I see is outside the main door, which Carl has checked, and it is locked.
So, what seems to be the issue here?
Do I see an obvious locking mechanism?
Go ahead and give me either an investigation or a thieving check, whichever is better.
Investigate. Investigation. Okay, that is better. So. All right, I got a 2.
Oh, nicely
Good,
done!
good,
You just
Nice.
made it.
Great.
I made this really hard to find, but you found it. So as you're searching around the door, you find one stone that seems to be a little inset, just barely, and there's just something that didn't look quite right about it. As you went to examine it, you noticed that you could push it in, and as you pushed that stone in, about 2 feet to the left of it, another stone sort of slides down, revealing a small little area, maybe 12 inches wide by maybe 6 inches. It's like a little rectangular hole opens up basically in the door, and then there on the inside, it looks like there is an indentation in the shape of a hand on the bottom of the hole.
I kind of look around for a second. Like, is anyone gonna go first? Then I kind of just put my hand on it.
As
was it.
it's like, is anybody going first? Give him a nice push.
Yeah.
Okay, I need for Aethmer to give me a will check.
Ah, crap.
Well,
Rutro Raggy. That's rucked up.
And you got a mediocre.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys see this? You see that Aethmer finds some stone. He pushes on it. A little thing drops down. Another part of the stone drops down, revealing a little hole. And you see Aethmer reach his hand into it, and shortly after he does, he suddenly collapses. Aethmer, as when you make contact with the handprint inside of the thing, you get this rush of light energy that is so overpowering, it just kind of short circuits you and you pass out.
Do us religious boys detect that he just got oversurged with light magic?
Yes,
we do.
Mm-hmm.
Religible.
Well, that was certainly an event.
Everything hurts.
Is he knocked out, or did he just follow?
He got knocked out. Aethmer, you're going to take a serious wound, one serious wound,
Ow.
and then after about a minute, he starts to come to.
Man, dude, you got to be more careful in temples. You got a bad case of the fallen downs.
Y'all got a bad case of the not going first.
I mean, after you. All right, everybody. There's a bad case of the slips in here. Watch your footing.
You know what? I got pretty good will. I'm going to press the button.
All right,
Okay.
After you. Rolls an abysmal.
Yeah, that'd be just my luck.
He didn't pay me. I'm not catching him.
Actually, do I? Can my half spirit benefit be of use here?
Sure.
Cool. So that's a sorcery, but it's I'm partially magical myself. Ooh, +2.
All right. So as soon as you start to touch the handprint, you feel this surge, this tingling surge of energy, and it is like a light energy. It almost overwhelms you. It seems to be kind of like it almost feels like it entered into your body and was like almost looking for something. You get this sense of something like scanning you or trying to see something inside of you, and it eventually it feels like you're just about ready to pass out, and then the wave starts to relax, and you start feeling more normal, and the doors slide open. The one goes to either side, and it just sort of parts, and the door opens, revealing the chamber inside, which I guess if I was a halfway decent GM, I would be showing you what that looks like right now.
Yeah, how dare you?
There we go.
Ta-da!
As soon as the door starts opening, I would just take his hand out and just sort of like shakes it off.
No, it's stinky. No. No, why do they make these things out of asbestos and sadness?
Right?
Potentially.
Friggin'
All right, so
light magic.
well, it seemed pretty heavy on that guy. Dun-dun. All right, let's go take a peek.
All right, so yeah, you enter the chamber. It's pretty much how you saw it. It's a very large
I'm picking
room. There's some steps leading up to a raised platform. There's a sarcophagus in the center, a huge statue. Below it, there's a few crates and some things on the side, and that's all you see in the room right now.
All right, I'm picking up my coin. So I'm guessing this is Daydu down here.
Correct.
Or one of his.
That's how you
so
would
it's a female goddess.
It's an androgynous goddess. It can It can take on different forms.
It is both and neither.
Oh no, it's Slanesh Run. Anyways,
Oh, no.
Oh no. Where's the noise? Where's the noise Marines?
I'm gonna
Oh,
check.
no.
All right, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna check the sarcophagus.
Oh no. It's sex. Zinch.
Zinch.
That's a 0.
Sex.
Piss off, Zinch. I'm doing stuff for the blood god. I mean for light.
Oh.
It appears to be magically sealed.
Hey guys, it's magic.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Before I go about messing with this thing and
Hey, I gotta step out to eat real quick. I'll be right back.
okay, while he's passed out on the ground from a case of the slips, I'm going to I'm going to try to once again communicate with Daydu and ask, should we try to open this because it might be sealed to keep something in rather than something trapped.
Keep something out.
Yeah. So let's do that old cast. Let's set out the 3 coins. Let's perform the ritual. Set my fat self on the ground.
Yeah, don't forget. We've kind of forgot that we forgot the stress on the previous one. So you should be at a 1 serious stress because it was a good magnitude, the last effect. So if you want going for the same thing, it'll be the same thing. It's just going to be a little bit harder. It'll still be a good, but you'll be at a -1 for the stress from the previous attempt.
When talking to God is actually difficult to do.
Right.
Let's see here. Carl's not one for stress. He doesn't like being stressed out. Hey, other light person, Doc.
Yeah.
Where's Doc?
He just entered the room.
All right, try to give this a good pry. It's magically sealed. You have the light. You got the old smell about you.
I'm not afraid. I pull out my spear and try to get it open.
All right. Give me a will check and add a +1 to it. to whatever any other bonuses you get, but you get an extra +1.
Okay. So 0.
So it brings you up to
That's-
fair. Okay, good. You just made it. The difficulty was fair. As soon as you make contact with the coffin, you get this almost sense of your like bonding with it. Like you feel that light energy kind of enter you, and it's doing that same thing like what the others have experienced. So it's almost like if you feel like it's like searching or scanning you, or like it feels like it's like emanating through every part of your body for a moment, and then it starts to withdraw, and you hear a voice that says, "You are worthy of light." And when that and then the voice disappears and the energy starts to dissipate, you all those of you who can like sense aura can sense that the aura around the coffin subsides and then it dissipates.
Does like the heartbeat like sensation goes away as well?
That overall sense is still very strong in this room, but the actual effect on the coffin that was magically sealing it appears to be gone.
Cool. So, apparently you're worthy of something awesome.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
Exactly. Bum.
All right, so what do you guys do? Who's doing what?
Well, I guess I'm gonna check the coffin to see if like what's in it.
All right. So as you lift the coffin door, it's hinged on the back side, so you're able to just kind of push it open from the front, and you look inside. There is it's a statue. It looks like it might be made in bronze, of a figure very similar in appearance to the statue, the large statue before it. So it's got its hands on its chest, like in a typical like burial type pose. The difference is it seems to be holding on to a very strange shaped key. And on the key, there appear to be some strange, like letters and markings on the key. The key is about maybe 7-8 inches long, and it's got a very odd shape to it on the end of it.
All right, so here's what I'm doing. Real fast, I'm gonna walk over and pry up one of the a small little stick from from this wooden refuse over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to fiddle that key out from the statue, but I'm not touching it.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit of going because it's in there pretty good. It's been sitting for a very long time, but you find enough ways to kind of wedge the stick against the head of the key and kind of work it out. And after about a minute or so, you're able to suss the key out of the grip of the form inside, and it's just laying on top of its chest.
I'm gonna tell Doc. Now that thing said you were worthy, so maybe only you can pick up this key.
I'll do that.
All right, so you grab the key, and you could see that, like I said, it's a metal key because it's about 7-8 inches long. It's got a very strange shape on the head of the key. It's almost like instead of like the tines you would normally see on the bottom of a key, like a comb, like the teeth of a comb. It's got them like on the end of the key. Like a block, almost like a block pattern. Nothing happens, but you also notice that it's got some writing on the key itself, and it says, "If those who are worthy of the light know to search in the darkness to find what they seek."
Is there any keyholes around here?
Go ahead. If everybody wants to basically, now that you've got the key and you kind of see the shape of it, if you want to make investigation checks in the room to see what you guys can discover, I can go ahead and let you know what you find.
I'm gonna work on getting rid of my stress. I'm gonna just kind of meditate over here on this box.
For Eldris, 2. All right. And then for Kaltor, 0.
Fair. Okay. Is anybody else checking any, examining the room? I mean, you could be checking anywhere. It doesn't. I'm just kind of. It's just like an overall. You have got the key, and you're obviously looking for like something to match it. So just anybody can make checks in the room.
I'm gonna, check this box in the back of my eyelids and see if the wall's comfy.
All right. Anybody else checking?
Guess I'll check. I guess I'll check some of these boxes over here. Then
Okay.
let me see. Do we have investigation?
Good. Okay. Nothing unusual about the boxes themselves. It looks like there was some. There's like some old, just like decomposed like hay and straw inside. Looked like maybe these were for packaging like valuables or something at one time, but they're empty now.
Fair enough.
Is everybody done checking that wants to check?
Eldris and Kaltor are just basically checking around the room in general,
Okay.
with Eldris having a 2 and Kaltor having a 0.
Okay, Eldris, as you are searching the room, you actually, as you're kind of meddling over this area here, you're moving some boxes around, things, you actually find a spot in the wall that has a similar shape to the key that Doc is holding. Right about in this area here. I don't know if you guys can see that ping.
Eldris would basically is there like anything like made of metal like nearby?
There, you could probably find some metal bits. Are you looking for like what kind of?
It was basically like take out a sword and knock against a metal bit to like draw people's attention.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you guys hear a clanging sound in the corner of the room.
The moment that Doc looks over, Eldris will just motion to come over to like have him come over to where Eldris is at.
Okay.
Okay, so where was this keyhole?
It's right on the wall, right about here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eldris will point at it.
And stick it in.
All right. It fits perfectly as you go. It goes in about 3 or 4 inches, about half the key length, and then it stops.
Okay.
I'm alive.
He's a zombie. Quick, kick
Give
him.
it a turn.
Kick him. Just stab him then. That'll be better.
So you go ahead and give it a turn.
Yes.
Oh no, I screwed something up. I wonder if this is going to suck. No, it's not. I'll just I can't do what I was going to do because I drew a hard wall where there was supposed to be a entrance. So I'm just going to have to move you into the room so you can kind of see what is in there. So basically, it opens up to about a 10 by 20 hallway. It goes down to where there's a door that's open, and then there is a hole in the ground, and there's a pool of very clear water, and there's a glow, a very bright, intense glow that's coming from the water.
Ooh, nice water. I wonder where
Not it.
feels good.
Hey, what's in the room?
There's a glowing pool. Feels
Cool.
Pool,
I'm
pool.
gonna go into the cool pool if I can.
Oh, I gotta move you. Hang on.
I'm of the light. I'm kind of worthy.
There we go. Anybody can go in the hallway. I just can't. I can't undraw the little line because it's.
I'm gonna go to the pool and take that handy dandy pot I got and scoop out some water.
Hell yeah, pot man.
I'll just move everybody down so you can see where we're looking at. Here.
Horrible superhero.
It's very tight
So,
corners.
I'm gonna, since I'm probably pretty low on my water skin, I'm gonna fill up the whole water skin with this sparkly water and keep the rest in the pot.
All right.
Didn't you check that's not like bad for you in some way?
The one thing I forgot to mention is that light that's coming from something in the pool is pulsating.
Go to look at it.
I think we found the heart of this temple.
So the pool's not super deep. Are you just reaching down in there for it?
Yes.
Okay, so you reach down in there, and it's kind of hard to see because the light obscures what the object is. But your hand, you feel the bottom. You get about shoulder deep into the water, and as you're feeling around, you feel about a softball-sized, round, spherical object in your hand.
It has space cancer.
Ah, another hand touches the beacon.
Okay, well, I pull out.
All right, as you pull it out, you get, like I said, you get this sense of this warm light energy that kind of takes over your body. It almost feels like it's checking you out or something, and you seem to pass because it goes away after a minute. And you're standing there holding onto this orb, and it's super bright. But as you take it out of the water, it starts to slowly dim, and it turns into what looks like just like a white marble-looking, very smooth, polished sphere.
Hmm. Okay, it's just I put it into my bag then.
Okay.
Is there anything this way? Oh, I guess not.
So I can bring you guys all out of that chamber if you're done with there. And that's pretty much, yeah. Let me go ahead and move everybody here. There we go. Everybody's back in the room. I also screwed up and I left the tokens the wrong size from the other map, so you guys are like giants in this temple. I just noticed. Each of those squares on the floor is like 5 feet.
Man, that was what was in those dumplings, huh?
Right? So you guys recover.
Hey, Eric, your dream has come true. You're a giant now.
It wasn't my dream. I wanted my parents back.
All right, Batman.
All right, so yeah, you've got an orb, you've got the key, and you're back in the main chamber. What do you guys want to do?
Wait. I will see if there's some place I could put the orb over here.
So where are you looking?
At the statue.
Oh, you're looking for somewhere for the orb?
Yeah.
It doesn't
he's
appear to
looking to
be
see
connected to the statue. I mean, there's no hole for it, or it's not like holding out its hand. There doesn't seem to be anything like they don't seem to be related.
Okay, well, let's continue on then.
There are still places we haven't explored yet, right?
Yeah.
A couple. There's the one that one room with the sarcophagi and the corpses. I don't think you guys really checked that out. And then there was kind of that unfinished area that Doc found. I think that's the only areas you haven't checked down here.
I say we go to the sarcophagus.
As me and Kelter are going to go back to the sarcophagus room.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Are you staying together, basically?
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to be following people.
This way?
Let's see.
Yep, Doc, that's the room right there. So hang on right there till everybody gets moved up there.
Yeah,
I see Arctur's moving.
Hang on. Yeah, right now I'm just like, okay, where's the?
Basically, just keep heading north.
Go north, Arger. There you go.
I found it.
Okay, hang on. Don't. And then once you're in the room, just kind of stay there for a minute. I want to get everybody together. It's getting. I'm trying to keep. Trying to keep everything on the map too, so that people can see what we're doing. And there we go. I gotta kind of spread you guys out till everybody gets over there. Is everybody heading over to the same space?
I am.
There we are.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go.
Yep.
I'll just grab since I can see everybody. If it's easier, I'll just.
As we all enter the room, Eldris is going to say, I do not detect any spiritual energy within this room. The corpses in this room are just corpses.
I'll open the sarcophaguses and see if there's anything inside them.
All right, hang on just one sec.
You find the most terrifying thing imaginable: a dead guy.
Okay. So Doc heads down into the lower chamber. As soon as you touch the floor with your foot, you get a sense of dread. I need give me a let's see, what would you use? Because it normally would be sorcery, but you're tied to it. Give me a will check, Doc.
Okay. Oh, good. I actually got a good roll this time.
Oh, good. Okay, so you're able to react. You realize the moment that you touched the floor, something was sort of turned on, like you get this sense of an energy sort of kind of kicked on, and it was very, very bad. You caught it in time to step back, okay? So you step back onto the stairs, but that already kind of triggered the whatever is happening in this room. Let me go ahead and zoom in. I can't see you guys very good. There we go. And you start to all of the corpses that are in the walls start to move, and they start to sit up very slowly. Short, like a few seconds after that starts to happen, the lids on the sarcophagi that are in the center of the room, they start to push open. And the corpses that are in the ground start to move. If anybody wants to make a sorcery check to sort of get a sense of what's going on, you could do that. There's time. This is sort of a slow thing that's happening.
I'll do that. It says this is be some undead chicanery. I'm going to add in my my half spirit into this.
Okay.
Chicanery.
One of the.
Oh, nice.
Fucking 5. Let's go, gamers.
Okay, so the energy that you picked up on is not it did not emanate from the corpses. The room itself was cursed, basically. And so the trigger was when somebody enters the room, it released that energy into those corpses and animated them. That's why they seemed pretty normal to begin with. It was the room itself that was cursed, not the corpses inside it. So they're starting to animate, and they're starting to kind of sit up, and they're moving slowly, but they are starting to sort of come up to their feet as you guys are standing there watching.
You asked the wrong keyword.
Yeah. Can we undo the curse?
You could try, absolutely. That would be okay. A spell or a ritual. A spell would be quicker, a little more difficult. You probably don't have time to do a ritual because, like I said, in like 30 seconds, they've been able to sort of start getting up and sitting up. In another 30 seconds or so, they're going to be coming for you. So a spell would probably work better.
If I have Kelter assist me due to the fact we have telepathic reaction communication, would that be able to give me a benefit?
Because it's related to mist energy, spirit energy. I'll give you a +1 on that. Basically, if you want to dispel it, it's going to be a good difficulty, so it's going to be a 1 serious stress. I'm sorry, you're casting. If you're casting it as a spell, it raises it to a great difficulty.
All right.
And anybody that has the ability to do this can try. That's what you basically need to do to dispel the curse. You'll need to it's a great difficulty to dispel it.
I'm gonna try and dispel using my sorcery plus my half spirit plus using Kelter to help me out.
Okay.
And remember,
So the gather check is a will check first for the gather.
Mhm.
and remember, the plus is just the strongest one, not all of them added together.
That's a fair on the gather.
Let's see. Okay, so that's gonna miss it by 2. So you have you have a choice. You can take the damage, which is double the amount. So you take 4 wounds, which would be a serious wound, or you can spend a fortune point, tap one of your qualities, and explain how that helped you avoid that. Because if you add +2 to your result, you'll succeed.
Yeah, I'll tap a fortune point, and I'm going to use my you said a talent? Or
Quality. One of your qualities. Explain how one of your qualities saved your butt just now.
I'll use my profession quality: thief, spy, investigator, bodyguard, assassin. These are my tools by saying, yeah, I've been in a split-second harebrained reaction situation of shit had just went down. I need to react right here, right now, just to survive.
Perfect. All right, so you're able to redirect your focus, and you manage to gather the energy safely. So now you can make your sorcery check versus great.
All right, so that will be 2 plus half spirit plus Keltor, so that's a +4. And it's a +4.
Nice. Okay, so
that is a legendary.
So you say So it's 2 successes. It's a normal success. So you guys see these things are starting to finally get to their feet, and then you see Eldris starting to do his mojo up there on the thing, and then suddenly the creatures just kind of start to slow down a little bit, and then they just collapse where they are and fall to the ground.
Do any of them have any weapons that are superior to mine currently?
You would definitely find some decent weapons with these. It looks like most of the beings that were kept down here in this area were former like warriors, fighters, soldiers, maybe generals or something. But very very martial characters. So if you're looking for something in particular, you could probably find it in this room.
I'm looking for a bow and some arrows.
Let's say that you find a regular bow, and you find a quiver with like 12 arrows.
Good enough.
All right.
Yeah, so I can't give you any of mine because, well...
What was that? I couldn't hear you, Sea Turtle.
Too bad I can't give him any of mine because, yeah.
They're too big.
No, it'll be great. This is the same basic character who shot
anything more valuable than a bow.
Right.
This is the same basic character who shot whiskey bottles. Molotov.
What was that for?
Fucking hell.
He said he would look around.
Hello?
And you got a legendary roll?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you suck.
Carl always gets paid, bro. It's
all right.
just how it goes.
So, as you're checking out the room, you're watching what is going on. You see the skeletons start to sort of drop. You happen to just notice in one of the open coffins something very, very shiny kind of catches your eye. Oh, did you hear me? Can you guys hear me now?
He's a
Yeah,
fucking
shiny.
magpie.
How about now? Am I good?
Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hello.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you notice something very shiny in one of the coffins,
Very shiny.
and as you go down to look down
Crap.
there, you see.
Let me turn you down. I think it's a noise thing. I think it my headphones cut you off when it gets to a certain decibel.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I'll talk
Okay.
quieter.
Try it. Dang it. It's frozen.
Can you hear me?
I assume.
Uh,
Yeah.
barely. So
Still
just
here.
say it's type it to me. Maybe I don't know. Did I find the magic item? Crap. Hold on.
It was
Be
a
right back.
legendary roll. You find a.
I'll be right back. See if this fixes it.
You find not only the magical item, but also $30 in change. You now have $30, all in pennies.
All right.
Is that better?
Peoples.
Yep, I can. I think so.
All right. Let me
Alright.
check my
Testing.
stream
1, 2,
here.
3.
See how that's going.
Yep. Yep.
I found a.
Oh, darn
okay.
it! Somebody jumped on and wanted to join in. I didn't even see that in the chat. That sucks.
Oh, really?
I was so busy keeping track. He's like, "I want to roll. I want to roll, fellows. Tag me in."
Tag me in, coach.
Do you guys know Mort Borg?
Anyways.
Oh, I can't even.
So, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put it in the old pocket, chest pocket.
Prison wallet? What? No, not that one. That's the different thing. Hang on.
So, can I try to detect any special properties about this object?
You can make a sorcery check, to sort of analyze it and see if you can get a sense of its energy, and you get a +1 because it is light energy.
All right, with a +1 in my sorcery, that's a 4 again.
Excellent. All right, so basically, you found an artifact.
Hooray!
So
I'm not doing deep.
it's an orb of light. It can be used 2 different ways. It can be used once per day. So you can Yep, it's all artifacts you can use once per day, but they recharge every 24 hours. So by the next day, then they're recharged from the last time you used it. So you can use this either as a light source, and it'll as a light source that'll last for 8 hours, or you can use it for a single blast of light energy. The force of it will be the level of a critical wound.
Oh boy! Well, I'll just keep that. Can I put it on a necklace somehow? Like wear it around my neck, so if someone gets up close and personal, whoa!
Yeah, it would probably take you some time to fashion that, and while you're doing stuff. But yeah, in the meantime, you could basically pocket it or whatever if you want to spend some time doing that.
I'll just follow the group, kind of like spend a little time, not letting it fall into the wrong mitts, so to speak.
Gotcha.
This could be useful.
Okay.
Because
they're already your head, so they're already in the
being Kelter, meanwhile, are going to be investigating the corpses, seeing what the hell happened to these guys that are being resurrected from the dead.
Yeah, so it looks like that whoever was doing it was basically to sort of protect the room itself, because like I said, there are a lot of very ornate, old but very ornate weapons, very masterwork quality weapons down here, armor and stuff on these. Like I said, most of these beings seem to be like former warriors or soldiers. They have very similar uniform, I guess, or what they were wearing. Their manner of dress was very similar, and they probably belong to some kind of military arm. You're guessing of this religion that was there to protect it. So the curse was probably just to give them another chance to defend themselves.
So chances are this is like a volunteer fighting for us from beyond the grave.
Pretty much, yeah.
Respectable.
All right, so nicely done. Is there anywhere else you guys wanted to check out here?
Well, we still need to check out the unfinished area.
Eldris would be spending a bit of time, sort of like offering a prayer to the undead for trying to fulfill their duty one last time,
Okay,
out of respect.
perfect.
Because I think the only place we haven't looked yet, right? The unfinished.
What was that, Doc?
I said the only place we haven't looked yet is correct.
Yeah, and you took
Okay.
you obviously staying on the stones. You can get to that center part there as long as you're not on the ground.
Investigate to see if there's anything. Oh, you gotta be. The game Pelly doesn't want me to find anything tonight.
You look around. It looks like there's just like an unfinished part of this complex. You see like some scattered boards, a couple of crates that look like maybe they had some basic equipment in it. You see some like half broken tools kind of laying around, but you don't really see anything of value. There's a chamber up here that looks like they were making like another area to put some corpses in, but there's no corpses in them. And then looking to the south, it's just it's a long hallway. You remember when you were down at the other end, there was like some roots and stuff down in the corner, but it doesn't look like there's anything of value in this area.
Okay, I test out the ground to see if it's actually safe to step on.
It is not. If you were to step on it, you can immediately feel you would just start sinking, like quicker than quicksand.
And I don't. And do I see anything? I'll grab the piece of wood and see how deep it is.
Okay.
A piece of wood or a rock?
There's pieces of wood around, so one
Yeah,
of
you
those.
find like a 4 or 5 foot long plank laying on the ground, and you go to push it in, and you can push it all the way in.
Where are you? Where'd you go, Doc?
What about the other end? Is the same true about the whole thing?
It's all the dirt is the dirt area is going to be the same. That was that room I was telling you about. That looks like they were starting to make spaces in the walls for more corpses, but there aren't any in there. It's just an empty room.
Okay, well, I don't know what else to do now. Unless someone else wants to try to dry out the room with magic.
Well, let me take a look at this room here. Holy crap, that's a musty room. Mold smell everywhere, I'd imagine.
Oh man, I've smelt crackdens with better hygiene than this place.
Mr.
So you mean an opium den?
Okay.
Eh.
Hard gear. I need our ballista. I need the G-Man. Hard gear.
Yes.
Mr. G-Man, can you come over here, please? Just for a minute.
Let's see. Hang on. There.
All right,
Mhm.
Mr. Asgear. You're pretty strong, as I take it, right?
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna tie a rope to the back of your arrow. Just do me a favor, fire an arrow into that. Let's see if you can get it to the other side of the room. Over, shoot it over where the water is.
Which way are you shooting it, north or south?
Yeah.
So does the room go out this way? Is this where the water is, the quicksand down here?
Yeah, it's all anything you see that looks like dirt is not walkable.
Okay, so
the water and roots and stuff that Doc saw earlier is down here.
Okay, so if you could fire an arrow with that rope tied, then stick it into these roots, we'll give it a tug, and then we'll see if we can make our way across.
All right. Going to be one of the bow. Definitely going to be putting this bow in the ground so that way I make sure it's stable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm standing out of the way.
And
We might not want to stand
Plant
behind him
himself.
either.
Right.
yeah,
Plants
because
himself down.
Back up.
Everyone, roll an awareness check to make sure you're not standing on the rope.
yeah, because once the thing flies, there's no coming back from it.
It ain't going to stop.
And firing
It
right
just
at the
keeps
roots.
going and going.
Oh,
And there's even some going.
It
Nice.
sticks in there solid.
okay. So here's
Damn.
the idea. I need everybody to work with me on this. Okay. So how many arrows you got there, Mr. Ardgear?
Checks.
All right. So
Let's see. About 20.
okay, cool. I'm gonna tie.
Including that one.
Who's the strongest? Who's the strongest people here? We need like a big rock. Anybody know of a big rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dwayne Johnson's pretty big.
All right. So I need
Not sorry.
if we could go get a big rock,
Shelter.
I'm gonna tie the rope off on the rock, or even put the rock on top of the rope so it doesn't come out.
You can
And
definitely
then
find some big heavy rocks that are heavy enough to hold.
Okay.
That you can tie that around if you want.
Okay, so we'll work together to get that, like probably right here next to where Doc's standing. Tie the rope off, kind of around the corner, so it has a little tension to it, so it's not just gonna like flop into the water.
Okay.
And so the idea is there's one of two ways we can do this, gentlemen. We can have somebody shimmy across the rope to the other side where it's stuck in nice and solid. What I'd recommend is we gather up the lids of these different wooden boxes and, maybe even take them apart. And what you do is once you shimmy over there, you can put the lids on top, because it's kind of a narrow hallway. And that weight will kind of push it down and will kind of make, a makeshift bridge that one of us can move across at a time so we don't have to shimmy.
Alright.
All right.
Okay.
We'll have to shimmy right here, but once we get to the narrow hallway, the lids of the boxes and the wood that we put on top will just kind of be smushed in and wedged. So, it won't even really be the wall at that point, but we need somebody nimble to climb across and put this into motion.
Well,
Not it.
I got a +1 agility.
Well, why don't you send your incorporeal spirit over there? He could probably walk on the water and set up the boards where they need to be.
Well, if he's
He still has
incorporeal,
mass.
he's probably-
Yeah, he can he
Okay.
can shift to where he's not where he's incorporeal. You can kind of see him, but he's like more of a mist form. That allows him to pass through stuff, but then he can't interact with anything. Like he can't pick anything up, or he can't hold on to anything, or really interact with his environment. So
I'm gonna go collect those wooden planks like the one he had, like the 5-foot planks and stuff. As many of the planks and just like hand them, put them in a bag so whoever shimmies can hold the bag on their chest and just kind of shimmy. And then once they get to the other
under
side,
the rope kind of a thing where you got your legs kind of hooked over. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And so they can shimmy over and then once they get to where the arrow is, they can just start placing the boards and make their way slowly back so that we'll have boards to climb over in this hallway. We'll still have to shimmy, but once we get here, we can just hoist up on the boards and be fine.
Perfect. And just for clarity, just so you guys know, if we're figuring this out, the difficulty is going to be fair, an agility check, basically.
I got a plus. I got a good in agility. So unless someone has great, I can give it a shot.
Let's see. Let's see what my fat self got for agility. Yeah, I'm gonna need that bridge. Let's do this.
All right, so go ahead and give me an agility check versus good. Or I'm sorry, versus fair. You're at good.
Alrighty.
80.
Let's get this a shot, shall we? Okay, good.
Nice. So that is you beat it by 1, so it's a normal success. So you're able to basically get across. Are you? So what is the plan? Are you going to be dropping planks as you're shimmying across, or
Well,
I guess what's going to happen is that I go first, getting to the place, and then they hand me the planks and stuff that I'm supposed to lay down, and then I lay down in front of me, keep moving forward, and they follow behind, keep handing me stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is as he's going, he
Train out of it.
Or you can go to the end and basically put the plank on top of the rope, so as it kind of wedges, you can kind of stand on it, then just keep placing planks as you go, and the tension of the rope and the planks will hold you up, and we can just walk over.
Yeah, if you guys want to take the time to do that, you won't even have to make a roll. It's going to be a little time consuming, but that's a good plan. So if you guys want to just work that, we'll just say that after it's probably going to take a good half an hour or so to kind of lay all that out and do everything, but you are able to do it, and now you guys can move. In fact, let me do this really quick. I think I can do this, right? There we go.
Hey, we put all this old wood to use, huh?
There's a joke in there somewhere. But
now it's all least it's all functional. So basically, except Vaughn is still up here in the corner. I'm going to bring this one down here.
Hey guys, look, we made a rope bridge.
So yeah, now you guys can traverse down this way, and then basically what you find when you get down to the bottom where those roots were that Doc saw from the other corridor, you see that it's like basically like a pool, and there's like twisted branches and stuff kind of coming up from this pool of water in the corner, and you definitely see a small, or actually a rather large chest. It looks like it was dumped in there. It's about 3 feet down in the water, and it's kind of at a weird angle. So almost like it was like dropped in there, and it's kind of sitting kind of crooked in the bottom of the water.
Okay, I'm gonna walk down our little bridge we made, and I'm gonna call back. Hey, Abgear. Ballista. Are you any good at shooting fish in the water? Because I got a stationary target for you. I'm gonna, step over on the more solid ground.
I can't get my Adobe to work right now. Oh, there it goes. It's just taking a long time.
I'm gonna.
God damn you, Adobe!
Hand Abgear not necessarily some rope, but a couple like not threads, but kind of like twine. In between rope and string, some twine.
Mm-hmm.
Something I would use on a censer, but I'm gonna instead tie it. I'm gonna tie that to your arrow so that when you shoot the chest, we can just kind of like hoist it out of this muck, because I don't want anybody falling in there. Who knows what's living in it? So just shoot the chest, and we'll hoist it out.
Okay. And I do want to aim this shot a bit. Is the lid visible?
It's like it looked like somebody kind of dropped it down, and it kind of went down at an angle. So it's almost laying with the lid up, but it's just at a kind of a goofy angle. So you can see the top of it, but it's almost like it landed on one corner when it hit the bottom.
Okay. I'm definitely going to be wanting to put my arrow right into that lid.
Okay.
So that way I don't destroy anything that's inside of it.
Gotcha.
Hopefully.
Okay. Perfect.
And his arrows are so big, they'll be like harpoons. So
Right.
We can it won't break whenever we try to pull on it.
Right.
I mean, this thing is quite literally, metal.
Yeah. The good thing is water dampens force pretty good.
Nice.
Well,
all right. So
water
you
dampens
stick
force
it
pretty
exactly
well.
where you
Nice.
wanted it to go because of the sheer power of these arrows, because of their size. Goes right through the water, nice and clean. Hits exactly where you want. You get a nice good lock on the chest.
And to think, he's using a giant short bow.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna, since I'm probably the heaviest member of the group, I'm gonna tie I come over here, tie the twine around, and I'm just gonna kind of lean and just slowly pull. And if Abgear wants to just hold the twine, so we got the winch thing going on.
Yep.
Then once he's got it out of the pit area, I can drag it up here over on the rock.
Perfect.
Right.
So it just takes you guys like a minute or so. It's very heavy, even with both of you doing it. It's taken a little bit of effort to get it out of the muck, but you do eventually get the chest out. It's about probably maybe 2.5 feet by maybe about 1.5 feet or so. It's a very ornate chest, and it does appear to be locked.
Okay. All right. I got a mace. I can cast iron on this thing, but if anyone can pick locks, be my guest.
I mean, I know how to build a shape charge. Think that would help?
I can give it a shot. See what I can do. Who knows? Who knows what can happen with these
I mean, if you
older
look,
locks?
if you look at it this way, there's an arrow sticking in through the top. We could probably just pry the boards up without having to actually open the thing.
Yeah.
And we get his arrow back. So we just pull his arrow back and, pull at the rotten wood until it gives.
Can I have a gauge of how difficult this lock is?
It's a pretty fancy chest, so it probably, and like I said, it's pretty solid. But you're right, because of the size of the arrowhead that went into it. Prying the arrow out with a good brawn check would probably pull enough of the lid off that you could get into the inside of the box without having to unlock it.
Hey, Abgear the man. Right. But remember, that bridge can only hold roughly around 1.5 people at a time. So come over here on the dirt before you start investigating.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So give me a brawn check versus good to basically break the chest open.
Yeah, let me just swing my way over here. He goes, yeah. I do not want to be. I should actually remain over here. Actually, in reality, because I do want to get my arrow back. Because why?
Oh, yeah, wait to get that arrow till everybody leave that one for the bridge. But you can get the one out of the chest because we might need to make an escape and we'll need this bridge. So don't take that arrow out.
Wait.
I will pay you the silver pieces for the arrow or the spear. Basically, I'll pay you for the spear.
Okay.
Spear peppermint patties.
So go ahead. Who's you're making a brawn check, right?
Who's doing it? Who's doing the brawn check?
Yep.
Either you or Eldris is making the brawn check.
Well, yeah, it looks like Arthur's got a great brawn. So
yeah, you know what? Let's see what I get.
There you go. You're able to. It takes some wiggling because of the fact that it was so embedded in there, but you're able to be careful enough that when you pry it out, you pull basically the top half of the cover off, and the head remains on the shaft of the arrow, so you're able to kind of break the wood away and save the arrow. Inside is there's basically it's a felt lined box, and it is full of gold coins.
Oh, baby.
Oh, damn.
All right, alms for the poor, pick up the chest. All right, guys, let's go. Just kidding.
How much? Yeah, how much is in the chest?
That's what I'm looking up right now. I got to get to my notes here.
It's somewhere between a lot and yes.
This is probably an after. This is anywhere from an afternoon to a week.
This is a lot.
I mean, what?
It's a lot to carry too. Like I said, it's a lot of gold, but it is a fair amount of gold. That's between 400 and 1,600 coins worth.
Woo! I know it hasn't been invented yet, but Carl invented. I'm gonna give Abgear a high five.
Hell yeah.
All
This is
right.
a sign of my deity. High five.
Perfect. Is there anywhere else you guys wanted to check out in down here? I think you've covered the whole lower level now.
Starting to seem like it.
Okay, so
I'm scanning
hold
the
on,
map
guys.
right now.
We should probably do something with this chest. And also, I don't sense anything dark or anything off this gold because, if somebody dumped it here, they were either hiding it or,
They were running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
we already had it. And
there's no energy coming off of the coins or anything like that. It seems like just
Okay.
a normal chest.
all right. Well, I'm gonna. Hey guys, come take a look. We got paid. I'm gonna make sure everybody comes over here and sees the gold, so there's no funny business except
All
for me. I start pocketing gold.
Right.
All right,
I
one
was
for
gonna
you
say,
and one for the church. One for you and two for the church, and one for you and three for the church.
I was gonna say I can carry the chest.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna take one of the.
Doing.
I'm gonna take out like a blanket or something, like a small tarp to act as the new lid, and just kind of run twine under the bottom of the like in a crisscross.
Yep.
So that he can kind of wear it as a backpack.
Gotcha. Okay. Totally doable.
There we go.
Well done. Okay, so anywhere else you guys want to go, or are you done with this level?
Do we want to go back and kind of invest this large sum of money so we're not dragging gold with us? Maybe stock up on some other resources we might need, because if this place goes deeper, we probably want to rest, recuperate, spend a little of this money before, because it would be terrible if we went deeper into this place, hit a trap, died, and never got to spend any of this. And we know where it is.
Is any of us aware of like the nearest town from this temple?
Yeah, remember you guys.
How far away it is?
You're like less than. It's about a day's travel to the nearest village from the ruins.
Yeah, so we just, travel a day. It's a day's hike. We just go back to the village, stock up on some actual supplies, maybe hide the money somewhere or, put it in the church in my coffer as I have the key to the lock. Put it somewhere safe so we don't lose it in this temple, and then we come back refreshed with new gear.
Could probably also pay to interrogate the villagers into more depth about this temple.
Probably.
The information I managed to get about this place was rather lackluster at best.
It's not
Oh,
something to interrogate as bribe.
You want to talk about lackluster? Fuck.
Also,
I thought this place was a goddamn bar.
I mean, it is for deities, but not.
Imagine my fucking surprise, hey?
So you guys are basically you're ready to head out, and you're gonna head to the nearest village, right?
We're going to take what we found, and we're going to go back to the nearest village. If there's a church of my deity or maybe of Doc's deity, we can get a locker where we can keep this gold safe. Because I don't want Abgear lugging this around the whole time because he's got to shoot arrows.
Right.
He's got two hands.
Bridges.
We need our living artillery to be unencumbered.
We
Right.
need the ballista to have its strength.
Yeah. And also,
I imagine we wind up in defending a town. We just put him up top a tower and just leave him there.
Worst comes to worst, we could get on top of each other's shoulders with Agir on top. All right, aim at him.
Right.
You got one shot because my back ain't what it used to be.
What were you saying?
No, we don't. We
it'll
can
be
make it
piece
actually properly artillery. We just tape a jug or a flask on the end of it, light it on fire. That
could work too. But anyway, so yeah, we're going back, and I'm taking this. But am I getting any energy off of this water I got out of the glowing pit from the heart of the temple?
From the pool.
Yes, residual. It's not innate. It's more because the thing that was in it was magical, kind of leached into it a little bit. So it's got some sort of light-ish properties. What I would say is if you want to have this water as a material component, Let's give you like a half dozen uses where where you incorporate some of that water into your ritual. It'll give you, if it's light related or light energy related, you'll get a +1 to your attempt.
I was just reminded that in that pool, the pulsating energy was radiating out from it, and now I got another Dagoth quote stuck in my head.
So I have a question, Mr. GM. Since it's water, instead of getting the plus, could I drink it to relieve stress from the light-based event?
Oh, I like that
Because
idea.
you know, water,
better.
because water quenches and you relieves thirst. So after I cast something light, instead of making it more powerful, it removes the stress of dealing with light.
Yes. So you'll get 6 uses. Anything
water skin?
For serious stress. Anything more than that, you'll just reduce it by 1 level.
All right, that's fine. I'm also going to try to study this water to see if I can, replicate this effect at some point. Maybe use that artifact I found to do it. Like, have water do the burst thing, drop it in the water, and light water. Who knows?
Okay. What? No, say that again.
No, I'm trying to figure out if I could recreate the effect on this water. I'm thinking of ideas while we're going back.
Gotcha. All right. We can figure that out. I want to get you. It's like almost 9. This is almost perfect because I want to get to our cliffhanger moment here. Token layer.
I got staff duty, so I'm gonna be up for 24 hours after this.
Oh no!
Why?
Cause military.
Oh, right.
Okay, so let's get this moment here. I'm going to just give me a second to adjust some stuff. So you guys make your way back. You should all be at the same level. What is going on here? Hang on. So you guys start making your way back through the complex. You get back up to the upper level. As you're traversing back out through the ruins to get basically leave the area. Give me 1 second. I gotta move 1 token that I didn't have here before. There he is. So basically, I'll set this up for the visual, but as you guys come out, remember that big broken fallen statue that was at the very outside part of the ruins. As you make your way to that area, standing there, almost seeming to be waiting for you, is that demon that you encountered before. And he's standing there with about a half dozen different looking shadow demons. Hang on, I'm just trying to get them in position here.
What the fuck?
Hey, so whatever you've got going on with these folk, that's like not my problem. Don't care. Can I just go home?
Hang on, let me get you guys in. I got to get all your tokens together, and everybody's all spread out on this map.
New guy looked at the situation, then looked at us and was like, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
Exactly.
I'm trying to do this in a fast way, but I'm not going to be able to. So give me just 1 second.
Comparing you guys to these guys, ooh,
right?
Ew. No thanks.
What? I am not getting paid enough for this bullshit.
I'm gonna tap on the chest and hold the thing of rubies next to me. It's like I am.
Go.
You money hungry prick. I like it.
I'm just trying to grab everybody here with me.
To be fair, he is a priest.
Everybody was kind of spread out on the other map. I'm trying to grab the same tokens and move them over. I had to do it twice. So they're way over there now. I think I got everybody. Oh, I'm missing Coulter.
There's more to life than wealth.
Yeah, they're spending that wealth.
There's more to life than wealth. And those other things in life is what you use wealth on.
Exactly. They say money doesn't buy happiness, but those...
Apologize for the technical. I didn't have everybody grouped together, so I just had to do it individually. And now I got to make you guys just a little bit bigger. So you're the right size.
Money cannot buy you happiness, but it can end the problems that prevent you from being happy and help you buy things that does make you happy.
Yeah, I think her name was Tanya. Wait, what?
What?
You can't buy people. You could buy time with people, but you can't buy
Hey,
people.
this is a Conan setting. I could buy all the people I want.
Okay, let me get you guys back over to the other map because you guys came out. That big demon is back, standing there. He's got about a half dozen creatures. They're different. They're a little bigger, but they look similar, but they're a little different. And he basically says, "It's like I knew you would find it. Now hand it over."
Hand over what? This guy? Boys to Scobie's character. Get me up.
But this guy?
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh,
Yeah, I deserve that. I don't have anything in my pockets, man. Nothing up my sleeve, nothing up this sleeve, but you got a coin behind your ear. Come here, let me show you.
Like, look,
let's
man.
actually see what his goals. Oh,
Sorry?
What was that?
Like,
Caesar?
man, I'm pretty sure I was mugged.
Like, this guy stole all my pocket money. I needed that money for things.
Actually, it's daytime too, so I gotta fix the map so you guys can see. La la la. How do I do that again? Go to this, and then
I
click
forgot.
on dynamic lighting, and then put it in daylight mode. There we go.
Oh gosh, put it back to nighttime. I didn't see those scary things.
I do not see it, therefore they cannot hurt me.
Not until they're in range.
All right, so that's what you guys. That's where we're going to leave it for now for the next session. So yeah, basically, it seems like he kind of figured out what you guys were there for, and he brought reinforcements and basically let you do all the work. And now he wants the orb. So
hey, I'm here out of narrative convenience. Fuck you guys.
When the villain decides to play smart.
It's like, yeah, the villain's there. It's like, give me this and you'll be a hero. I'd rather be a villain, less moral obligation, but thanks though. Can you
give me this and you'll become a villain? Good enough.
All right, so you guys got you accomplished 2 of the goals, sub goals, and you got we haven't actually completed yet. Once you get back to town safely with the orb, I guess we'll consider that the conclusion of the main goal. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You found the chest. That's 5. 6 experience points for this session. And then if you guys want to pick an MVP to get an extra bonus point.
Would be the
Who
MVP.
was the MVP last time?
Did we even decide on MVP last
I
time?
don't think we did.
I'm not sure you guys did. I think we were going to do it in chat, and then that never happened.
I say because I steal the bejeebus out of the demons.
Yeah, it was one that's good. So
I vote for either Aradagir or myself, because I'm always going to vote for myself.
For today, not.
I vote for the artilleryman.
I would say puppet for today, though.
Who's for today?
I would say puppet for the day, but me for last week.
All right. Yeah, you guys, we can sort that out in the chat. But yes, 6 for sure for today. And then keep track of that. And if you guys, the way that I do experience is you can spend them whenever you want, however you want, in game, out of game, right before a combat. I don't care. It's because I want you to have stuff that's meaningful. So if you want to wait to spend them for a situation, or if you already got something in mind, all I'm saying is that the way this game plays, when you get experience points, you can spend them whenever you want. On however you like, so you don't have to wait to get back to town. You don't have to do a thing. It's just to represent achieving goals and getting better over time. So I like to just do it organically. You could that way you can spend them if you have a pre sort of idea of what you want to do. You can build towards that, or if you just like having lots of experience points and want to spend them situationally as things come up, you can go ahead and do that. The other thing I forgot to mention is that at the end of every session, you can replace any quality with another quality or a talent with a different talent. The reason for this is that way that it allows your character to kind of evolve over time. And if you've got certain talents or qualities that you're not really getting a lot of use out of, or as your characters, maybe their role is changing a little bit in the group, it gives you the opportunity to change your qualities and talents around a little bit so that you can find stuff that maybe is a little more useful for your character in that moment in their life. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I can see that.
All right, so you got 6 experience points, and if you guys want to make any changes, swapping out a talent or swapping out a quality, just do it in the campaign chat in Discord. I'll get this up. It looks like it's streamed okay. I'm going to stop the stream now. Bye, everybody.